Right, in this video we're going to go over understanding the tax cycle, important dates of the tax cycle and what they mean, okay? And we'll also go over a couple forms you'll need to fill out when you start your job. All right, so the calendar year for earnings is exactly what you would think it would be, okay? January 1st is the first day of the calendar year, and that's when earnings for the tax year begin. December 31st is the end of the calendar year, and that's the day that earnings for the tax year end, okay? Anything that's earned between January 1st and December 31st could be considered taxable income, and that's something you need to be aware of, all right? When you start your job, there are two forms you need to fill out, okay? And you need to get these filled out before you actually start. When you're filling out your paperwork with Human Resources, they should give you these forms to fill out, okay? The I-9, all right, is a form that verifies you are eligible to work in the United States. Okay, it's a 3-page form provided by the USCIS that verifies eligibility. Okay, the W-4 form is an IRS form that indicates your tax situation to your employer. Okay, it's going to indicate how much should be withheld in taxes from your paycheck. Okay, certain types of workers don't use the W-4. An example given here is independent contractors. If you're not sure, ask your employer and make sure you get a W-4 filled out before you start work. All right. The first day you can file taxes. All right. This varies from year to year. Okay. Each year the IRS will make an announcement in mid to late January that details when they will begin accepting tax returns. All right. Before the pandemic, the first date's usually in the end of January. Since the pandemic, the first day that tax returns have been accepted has been moved back to February. In 2021, I think it was February 12th, okay? So you'll want to look to the IRS for their announcement for when you can first start to file your taxes, all right? Make sure to have all the necessary forms ready to go when you're ready to complete the 1040 and file your taxes, okay? The 1040 is the form that most people use to file their taxes, okay? When should you receive your W-2 from your employer? All right. The W-2 should be sent to you before January 31st, okay? If you're an employee, you should receive it no later than January 1st, okay? You're going to have the W-2 form to file your taxes, and if you don't receive it by then, make sure you reach out to your employer immediately, okay? You're supposed to have it before the end of January, all right? The most important tax date, and the one that most people remember, is that April 15th. And notice I put an asterisk there for 2020 and 2021, all right? April 15th is usually the most important date of the tax cycle, okay? It's the last day to e-file, okay, which is to file online electronically. It's the last day to mail in your tax return, okay? And it's the last day to request an extension, okay? Because of the pandemic, the 2020 filing season and the 2021 filing season were pushed back. Okay, but expect as things get back to normal that April 15th will be the deadline again. Okay, extension of the filing deadline. If you applied for, okay, and received an extension to file your taxes, you must file by October 15th. Okay, so those are the most important dates of the tax cycle. And a couple of forms that you need to fill out, the I-9 and the W-4, excuse me, before you start your job, okay? So that's the tax cycle in a brief video.